Hello, everybody, and welcome to More to Digital. I'm your host, Brian Sikorsky, and today we have someone I absolutely adore, Amy Sweezey, and she is a President's Book Award winning author, meteorologist, and the owner of her own company, Social Weather LLC. Amy, I'm so glad you're on the show today. How are you doing? Glad you joined us.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the invitation. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great. So, Amy, as someone who is essentially marketing themselves, which digital platforms do you use to promote yourself, to purchase media, and things like that?
I try to be on all platforms that are the most popular. Obviously, when social media first came out, it was all about Facebook, but then it was Twitter and uh, YouTube and Pinterest, even. Now we have
Mm,
TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat. I try to be on all of the platforms with some sort of presence, and I try to adopt it early on because you never know which ones are going to really take off and which ones aren't. I remember there was a Google Plus platform at one point, and I got on there and I was ready to go. And then it kind of bombed and nobody was on it. But if it had taken
yep.
off, I had a Twitter or a handle and a name and and a presence there. As a meteorologist on television, I feel like I had an audience that was a lot of different ages. I had children,
Mm,
I had high school kids, I had young adults, and I had older adults. And depending on the age group, they're all on different social media platforms. So I always felt like I needed to be everywhere so that I could reach all of the different ages to my audience.
yeah, definitely. And I totally agree with you. Early adopting is important. And for someone like myself or you, where you're trying to promote yourself and do things to market not just yourself or an organization, being the first to get into a platform is, I think, in my opinion, really crucial because at first you may only be talking to one or two people because that's all that's on there.
Right.
But as it grows, you'll be like, well, I was there first.
Right. And I also think,
So,
along those lines, it's important to make sure that your content matches the platform. You can't
sure.
just put out the same post on Facebook that you do on TikTok, that you do on Instagram, that you do on LinkedIn. So, although I
Right.
may be promoting a book or a book event, or maybe I am, giving a specific weather tidbit, some information about
Mhm.
a post. I'm going to post it differently and actually, physically retype it and craft that post so that it fits the platform and it fits the audience.
That's something that really annoys me is when I see like on Twitter someone is posting something, but it's not a native, Twitter image and it's just linking it to Instagram. No, give me something unique for the platform I'm on. I cannot agree with you more on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think would be, on the other hand, the biggest challenge that you have today in terms of marketing yourself as an expert?
Everyone has 6 or 7 weather apps on their phone. They have, radio stations and newspaper and other internet sources that they like. So there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of
Mhm,
conflicting information, especially when it comes to the topic of weather. And so I think it's a big
mhm,
challenge to try to be the authoritative voice, the person that people come to when bad things are happening, if you will, like a Hurricane Ian is coming our way. How do you make them
mhm,
listen to you versus to someone else? But at the end of the day, I honestly don't, I try not to stress about that or focus on that. I just try to be me and give authentic information. And, people come and get it, or maybe they go somewhere else. I can't really control that. I just have to do what I do, and that is try to get the information out. I think another frustration is with the algorithms of social media,
mhm.
Facebook, you think you have it all
Sure.
figured out, and then all of a sudden, only very few of your actual followers are getting your posts. So there's a lot of those sort of tricks that most of us don't even understand, that make it very frustrating to communicate via social media.
Yeah, especially when it's constantly changing, right? You may think I've got a handle on everything, and then all of a sudden they change the algorithm and all that. And for
Yep.
anyone that's watching right now, I got to tell you, if you're going through a hurricane in Central Florida or anything like that, you got to listen to Amy. She's always a calming voice that gives it to you straight and tells you what's going on. So, Amy, thank you so
Well,
much for
thank
being
you.
on today. We're out of time, so I'm so glad you were here. Thanks for being on the show. And everyone else that's watching, we have so much great advice for the rest of you out there. You can connect with Amy. Don't forget, you can also connect with me, and we can connect you with any of the great interviews we have on our other platforms. And as always, it's great ideas, it's incredible storytelling in media and marketing right here on More to Digital. And you can find us at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Brian Sikorsky. You're a powerful marketer, and we'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.